Okay, Pineapple 762 here, doing a little bit an unusual thing. It's not a game at the moment I'm doing. This is the fuel filter to my Hyundai i20 diesel 2010 model, and the reason why I've done this video because trying to find some information how to do some DIY work to change the fuel filter, and I couldn't find any, so I've made my own. Okay, so this thing here is the fuel filter, just in there. You've got a little cap at the top, you push on it and that acts as a little pump. Okay, pumps all the air out once I've refitted the new filter in. Here's an inlet or outlet pipe. Notice that this pipe here has got a white marking there. This one I think should have a green one, and when I go to put it back in a minute, I've got to make sure I fit the right pipe to the right socket. Some electrical sockets here. You'll find when you remove it there's a bracket. This sort of sits inside the bracket. Okay, fits in there like that. These hooks here retain some of the cables, and the bottom here you've got like a little screw, okay, hole with a screw. That I figured out is if you've got problems, for example if you've got water and water collects, it normally sits upright like that. If you've got water in the fuel filter, collect at the bottom, you can undo it and drain the water out. That's what that is. Some of these sensors here, I'm not exactly sure what they are. This thing here sits at the bottom, right, as in like that. Okay, so you have to take this thing off, this whole thing off, to actually take it apart, because it's so difficult. I use one of these spanners attached to one of these straps, usually used for taking off oil filters. Wrenched it around a few times, took it apart. So that comes off like that. Just checking it. Not too bad. Should come back with a new one. Before I open it up, I'm going to make sure it's the right one, because I don't want to go back to the shop having opened this plastic. Okay, it's got the same M16 on it. I think you usually see me holding M16 not as a filter but as a gun. Yeah, it looks identical. Okay, the old one, just having a peek inside. It's okay. Make sure you're in a well ventilated area. I'm on the outside obviously. The design of it is that you have to take the battery out. I'll show you in a minute. You have to take everything apart before you can take this filter out, so there's no chance of catching fire. I'm just going to make sure I haven't missed any O-rings out. O-ring there, O-ring there, O-ring here, that stays there. Make sure there's no crap. As I've laid it on some newspapers, even though it's on the floor, you don't want any crap falling in these pipes. Last thing you want is a little bit of crap going into the injectors. Earlier on I did tug at this damn thing quite hard trying to get the thing out. Hopefully I haven't damaged it. And the car doesn't start. And I'll put a little annotation at the end of the video. If it doesn't start, the annotation will let you know. In that case, let it be a warning, don't do it yourself. Okay. The car's still under warranty, but I decided to do this myself because they charged me so damn much last time. £300. They didn't do all the things they were supposed to do. I got pretty pissed off with that. Here we go. I used to do this with oil filters, I used to just do it hand tight, but because this is fuel, I'll do a little bit of pressure. Don't take any risk. Damage it all and twist this and then nice and neutral. It was on quite tight when I took it off. I could barely take it off even in this setup. Put it on nearly as tight. I hate doing these things up too tight. Never get it back. Squeezing in there nicely. Doesn't damage anything. Leaning in. It will naturally let me know when to stop. Don't do anything's gonna leak from there. Right. It's a pretty risky thing to do if you've got a warranty like me. But fuck it. So this should go in there, like so. I'm not going to put that back on yet. I'm going to attempt to fit this bracket back on, partially fit it back on. Remember these two went like that. This went under there. There's another cable. This cable later on fits down there. Obviously, might be a good idea to screw it in now, might make it a bit easier. This is the water sensor, I think. When you water in the bottom, you'll get a warning light. So in the future, you get a warning light. You can get to it. You can try it. Do what I've done. Just unscrew that. Fuel drain out. Catch the fuel. Clear your system. I've got to be very careful with these. I haven't collected any dirt on them connectors. I've done this before. I'm covered in fuel. One spark. I guess it's goodbye pineapple. I'll be very careful. Clean this baby up. Pump on top, push on there in a minute. Now, I won't be able to film and put everything back together. The problem is, it's only just me. I can't do two jobs at once. At the end of the day, I'm trying to fix my car, and that's the priority there. A couple of screws go in here. These two screws, these two hold a couple of bolts. Fits onto the bracket of the car. Okay, so really it goes under there. These two push back in like so. Kind of just and push back in. Came out easily early on. Tricky bastards. Holds in by itself. There's a couple of little brackets there that you kind of put the top of this in like that. Guess it would make sense if I did that. Yeah, dumb. Doesn't make sense. Screwed that up. Time I've got to make sure I don't contaminate the end of these pipes here. So they'll lead straight to the injector. Got my busted. Stretch it a bit. Right, get that done with me. Right, good. These are quite flexible, see that? Oh, we made a mess. Being flexible in your mind, not being stupid. Right, that goes on there like that. Same deal. The back of this. But what it is I've actually got to take it off. Won't be able to unwind that screw at the top here back in. Wind it back in with these on, so I'm just going to take it back on. It's just a bit of practice really. So that comes off, no problem. I figured it out. The thing out, it's better than figuring out when I'm bent over double trying to work the damn thing. Right. I'm just going to leave that there. Like I said, I'll post any results. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fit it back on, put the fuel pipes back in, put all the sensors back in, plug the computer unit back in. I'll show you the computer. This thing here sits like that, so you've got that there sitting at the back right hand side engine compartment. If you're looking from the front of your car and the steering wheel, UK steering wheel, and it's on the left, you're looking into the windscreen. This sits on the right hand upper corner of your engine compartment. This kind of sits in front of it like that, and the battery sits just there, and it's a real pain in the arse battery to take off. So you have to remove this thing here, move the computer unit before you can take the battery out. These little grooves here sits on the battery, the base of the battery, and keeps it steady. It's a real pain in the arse to do that. That wasn't too difficult. All the screws are reachable. Saying that though, this screw here, because it sits this way, this screw here, you can't take off unless you've got very good hands or a very good screwdriver. I had to take the whole thing out, tip it over to unscrew this one. Alright, guess that's the first two I can screw back in actually. Alright, so I've got that. What I'll do is I'll take my camera off the tripod and I'll show you where everything goes. And then I'll do the job and I'll put an annotation into the video. Just unscrewing my camera off the tripod. Okay. Alright, there we go. So the battery compartment's there. I took off the positive terminal second, I took off the negative terminal first. Battery sat there. These are computer terminals. Computer terminal is vertical. There's a little bolt that I took apart here, just here, to take the computer section off. Looking down there, I haven't really got a clue what that is down there. Maybe something to do with the hydraulics. This thing here, this little plug goes in the side of the fuel filter. You notice it's got some rubber sealing there. And this one, you can't see it, but you have to get from underneath, and there's a little latch there, and it was a real bastard to take off. I tugged at it, and I thought, and I took the whole thing off. I found the little latch. So the latch is the first thing you got to put back in. So that's it. That thing there sits on one of the sensors. I think it's idiot proof. That sits on another sensor. So the whole unit sits just there. See that? Them two bolt holes go there, nut on top, and that one there, that's one of the fuel pipes. And this one here, luckily they've marked it, I don't know if you can see it, it's got a white patch on the top. That's for the white one, white fuel pipe. Make sure you don't confuse them. And to get their fuel pipes out, I thought it was going to be a right bastard with the metal clips and everything, but luckily it's designed, it's one of them garden hoses, push and fit. So you just push on them green bits, pulled, and it came out. And before I'm going to do this, obviously there's fuel everywhere. I'm going to dry as much of that fuel up as possible. Like I said, I can't do two things at once, but I've been forced to do this due to being ripped off at the Hyundai garage. They charged me £300 for a job. They did a half-assed job on it. It said they changed the air filter, but they didn't change that. I knew it because I put a little marker on it. Said what it did do was only my handbrakes, and then you'd have thought the handbrake would be covered. This car's only 2 years old by the 5-year warranty, but no, they charged me extra for that. Forgot to do jobs like this because I didn't have the time, couldn't be bothered. I didn't think people would check, so screw their warranty. I'd rather do it myself. I've done 50,000 on this, and it's time for the full filter to be changed. I'd rather do it myself because I trust myself, really. Alright, that's me signing off. What I'll do is I'll post this. If it's successful, I'll put an annotation at the back, successful or not. So wish me luck. Goodbye. Happy